Hey everybody, it's Anita with Better Love Movement, and so today I want to talk with you a little bit about a topic that I feel every single person on the planet can benefit from. I'm not sure what has happened here recently in the last 10 or 15 years or so, but it seems like people are really struggling with this one, and it is emotional intelligence. They actually have a name for it. So 25 years ago, when I was coming up, when I was in college, when I was in high school, it was something that people developed and we didn't have a name for it, right? I didn't know that's what it was called, but it was basically where you really learned all about yourself. You really went inside of yourself and you learned all about yourself with the hope of kind of figuring out who you are, what you want, what you don't want, and what you need. And then after you do that, you go inside, you figure yourself out. The second piece is you then learn how to manage your emotions. Because one of the things I was always taught in high school, college, and beyond, whether it was from people that I knew, family members, my parents, friends, was that just being reactionary in every sense of the word wasn't going to lead to success. Like just reacting, right? Reacting to everything that everybody said or did, or just, just living in this very reactionary way. So I learned early on how to master my emotions. I learned how to take myself out of situations that weren't even personal. I learned how to keep calm under pressure. I learned how to keep some things under my hat, or hold my cards close to my chest. A lot of people don't know how to do that. Like, they don't know how to control their emotions. They're very reactionary, or they will find something, some piece of information, and instead of holding that information close, processing it, trying to figure out what it really means, they will just pop off. They will just tell everybody they know. We're living in a generation where people are putting everything on social media. And see, this thing didn't exist when I was in high school or college. So, I mean, your only other option then was to just tell your friends, right? You weren't able to tell the whole world about your man cheating on you, or your man doing you wrong, or leaving you pregnant, and leaving your kids and all of that. You weren't able to do that. You weren't able to bring the whole world into your personal problems and your personal relationships. You told one or two close friends, and you figured it out. You had to work some things through. You had to figure it out. So it's something that I believe we can get back to basics on. We can learn how to manage ourselves and our emotions in a healthy way, how to process through things alone and not have to bring everybody in on it. Another thing I'm seeing in this day and age is people need to be validated. Like, you need to be validated when someone does you wrong, or when someone does something to you. You need you need to be rallied around. You need all these people to come in and tell you how wrong this person did you, or that you're right about that. And no, I don't need all that. I don't need all that. If you did me wrong, if you cheated on me, I don't need everybody to rally around me to tell me how I should feel. I feel how I feel. That's it. I don't need a whole group of people on Facebook or Instagram or on any other social media platform to tell me that what happened to me was wrong. Like, I can already feel that. And I don't need to be validated. I don't need a whole bunch of people ganging up on the other person. I just do me. Like, I do what I do. If you don't treat me the way I feel I deserve to be treated, I get going. That's it. I don't need all this other rah-rah. I don't need all that other stuff. So that's something that I feel really passionate about. It's something I'm teaching my kids, that, stop putting your business out there everywhere. Stop feeling the need to be validated by everyone. Why? You don't need to do that. How you feel is how you feel. And guess what? That's enough. If nobody else agrees with somebody mistreating me or doing me wrong, okay, I'm good. I don't need everyone else to rally around that, to feel validated by this person doing something disrespectful to me. My opinion matters more than anybody's opinion. So I want people to learn that, like, lean into that, get back to that if that's what needs to happen, and that's it. That's all. But Emotional intelligence, that's what it's called. And it's basically you go in first, you learn about you, you learn about what you like, what you don't like, what you want and don't want, what you need, and even the yucky parts, even the parts of you that aren't great, right? And we got to own them. Like, I got yucky parts, I own it. But yet, at the end of the day, I'm still lovable. I'm still pretty awesome. I'm still great. There are wonderful things about me, and those other things I'm working on. I'm working through. And that's it, right? I'm still lovable exactly as I am right now today, yucky parts and all. So then after we go in, and that's scary for a lot of people. I understand why people don't do it, because it's scary. After we go in and we master all of this, then we go out. Then we go out. We deal with folks in a way that's respectful, that's loving, that's kind. We can really see them. We can be more accepting of them. That's one of the things I think is really great about being emotionally intelligent, is because we've gone in and we've seen our junk and we've acknowledged it. We've acknowledged we're still lovable. We can now go out, we can see other people's junk, and we can be, empathetic to that. We can still see them as lovable. We don't write them off because they have some quirks or they have some stuff. I mean, we all do. We all have our stuff. So that's what I love about it. And like I said, now it has a name. It's called emotional intelligence, but it's something that I grew up with. It's something that I grew up learning and knowing. It's something that I believe helps make the people in my generation most successful, is that, we didn't have the social media thing. We didn't have thousands upon millions of people, to tell all our business to, or to rally around us when something happened. It just wasn't what it was. I mean, yeah, bad stuff happens. And just feel validated knowing that you didn't like it. Like, it happened to you. You didn't like it. It didn't feel good. It's unacceptable to you. That's all that matters. You don't need millions of people online co-signing what happened. You don't need to tell millions of people online all about very private parts of your life. And for the most part, I am a very open person. I don't have a problem with sharing parts of my life with people. So it isn't even totally about, being so private to the point where no one knows anything about your private life, because that's not me. I mean, people who know me know I'm pretty forthcoming and pretty open. It's just, I don't need to be validated, or I don't need everybody in the whole world to know everything. And I'm not doing it looking for validation. I'm not doing it looking for attention or validation. If I share something from my past with you, it's really a life lesson. It's something that I believe people can learn from so they don't make the same mistakes as me. That's my entire intention, is to help people to not make those same mistakes as I did. So, but this is something I've been wanting to share, this whole piece about emotional intelligence, because it's something I see lacking. It's something I see lacking out here in society. My children, they're teenagers, 16, 17, 18, 20, and it's something I want to teach them, because I do think it will help them to be more successful out here in the world, to not move the way everyone else is moving, to not feel like, you're getting all your love and validation from online, from social media, from strangers, or even people that that follow you, that all that isn't necessary. What matters most is what I think about me, what God thinks about me, and those people that are closest to me, my loved ones, people who have been supportive in my life. Really, that's it. But really, it's God, me, and then everybody else. So what God thinks about me is most important. What I think about me is most important. And then a few choice people in my life who've been there and have been supportive and loving and want the best for me. But other than that, it really shouldn't matter. I want you to go inside of yourself, really know yourself, and then master who that is. Like, there is all these different lenses that we see ourselves through, right? So we're in us, we see out, and we have this perception of who we are. But then there are other people in our lives that see us. They have a perception of who we are. And then you have how your dog and your cat sees you, how God sees you, right? And that's awesome. Like, you're awesome. They only see really most of the good in you, so that's kind of cool too. But you have all these different perceptions of who you are, And I believe we need to get to know ourselves, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We need to be able to see that and then accept it, grow through it. So accepting it isn't saying we stop growing, we stop trying to be better. Accepting it is simply saying I'm still lovable. I'm lovable just as I am, even in my broken state, even in the state I'm in where I'm not, perfect and doing everything perfectly. This is who I am. So this is just my 2 cents, some thoughts that I was having about emotional intelligence. I am thinking about doing more content on emotional intelligence because it's something I think that everybody can benefit from, men and women out here. And I think it's very helpful when you're out here dating or in relationships. It will help you so much to understand other people, but most importantly, to understand yourself. I think once we master ourselves and we feel good about ourselves, that when we're interacting with others, that's what makes relationships amazing. That's what makes dating and relationships feel really good, is that we've kind of mastered ourselves. We feel good about ourselves. We love ourselves. We see ourselves as lovable, even though we're not perfect. And then we're able to accept other people and them not being perfect. And that's okay too. So let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about having more content around emotional intelligence, what that looks like, and how to become more emotionally intelligent. And remember, as always, stay open to love.